Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whoever and wherever you are. This is Javier, person who stops stuttering, and one of the certified speech coaches of the World Stop Stuttering Association. Today is the 19th of April, 2023, and in this session we are speaking with Mohamed. Say hello, Mohamed.
Hello.
Very good. Usual, I'm going to start giving a little bit of information about Mohamed and then we can start. So Mohamed, he's 29 years old and he's living in Sweden. He first heard about us from YouTube. He has a BA in computer science. And what else? He began stuttering at around 8, 9, or 10. His case consists mainly of repeats and blogs. So for him, speaking to family and friends, it's easy, but in cases like speaking to strangers, authority figures, and on the phone, he may stutter on around 70 to 80% of his words. These percentages are the ones he gave us the first time he contacted us. So now the situation is completely different. More things. He is also, or he was, a fast speaker. We have been working a lot on that, and he has improved a great deal. More things. And our first coaching session, and he said that he also tried some speech therapies when he was in high school for 3 years. But he over there he said that there were some times in which his speed was good, he says, but then it had kind of a relapse and so on, so it went back and forth. Some other things, that our first coaching session, it took place at the end of February, so almost 2 weeks, no, 2 months ago, sorry. Since then, we have been speaking almost every week. This is our session number 6, being our last session almost 2 weeks ago. Over there, he didn't have any bad incidents for 5 weeks. So he's now a PWSS, although he has to write his success story to really be a PWSS. In our last session, we went through all his new goals in this new stage of being a PWSS, which it consists mainly on expanding our comfort zones, on now to fight fear and anxiety, speech anxiety. So we are not now all that focused on stuttering, because now Mohamed knows how to avoid appearing speech disabled. So now we are fighting on getting rid of the residual anxiety and fear so that he's able to learn to enjoy speaking in any situation. That is our goal. So, and something else that I can say is that yesterday, Mohamed joined my practice session. We were, I'm not sure if 3 people or 4 people. I can say that his speech, it was really good, and I'm quite happy and pleased to see that his speech, it was fine speaking to all these people. So that is an excellent job. And now, Mohamed, I'm going to ask you about your speech. Do you think there's been any improvement since the last time we spoke? Yes or no, and why?
Yes, I think it was some improvement. And today we had a meeting, and I think I spoke a lot than usual.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So about this meeting, are you speaking about a work meeting?
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. And over there, did you apply a lot your speech plan, or you were simply speaking?
Yeah, mostly I applied short increment.
Very
So
good.
I was talking and stop, and talking and stop like that.
And did you feel the same anxiety as usual, or you felt like more relaxed and in control?
Yeah, I think it was more relaxed, but
Very good.
also slow, maybe.
Okay,
I feel
good,
like it.
good. I think that you have to realize is that speaking slowly isn't something bad. Actually, it's something good. For example, if you think about it, if you think about it, if you watch any movies in which the introduction, there is a narrator, a voice that gives an introduction about the movie, you will see that that voice speaks slowly. You will see, for example, a good example in video games, the voices, the actors that give voice to in those games, they don't normally speak fast, so that they actually speak a little bit more slowly than people in real life. And that is what makes those voices so good. Speaking, I am not saying to speak like this, but speaking a little bit more slowly in the vast majority of cases means elevated speech, improved speech. That is how good speakers speak. If you think about any good speakers, public speakers, they don't speak fast because they want their listeners to get the message. And you can only do that speaking slowly. If you speak fast, you're only going to get inside your mind, you're only going to retain maybe half the words or maybe less. So it is extremely important, and even more so at work, in work meetings, for example, to speak more slowly. And I am not saying this only because of you, your anxiety, speech anxiety, improving your speech. No, only, but also to be perceived as a more confident person, to deliver your ideas more clearly, to be a more effective communicator. Okay, so that is really important. I'm going to write a few notes about this. So you said you been to a work meeting, spoke more than normally, more than usual, and did very well. Thanks to the use of speech plan. Fantastic. Few more questions. I guess you continue to read aloud, do your ASTs, use your speech plan as much as you can, etc. Right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Very good. Other questions? In our last coaching session, I asked you to write a success story. Is it done? Is it more or less?
No, I'm still working on it. Yeah, I think maybe next week.
You need to do
Yeah.
it. and you really need to do it. And I mean, I'm not asking you to do it because of me or because I want to post it. I'm asking this because of you.
Yeah.
You're going to feel a lot more confident. You're actually going to, as you write those words, you're going to, I mean, it is completely different when you write that you are a PWSS. It gets more in your soul. Okay. So
Okay.
I'm going to write, if that is okay, must write success story and send it to me this weekend. Is it okay?
This weekend, I think we had some party. So maybe next weekend, next weekend.
All right, and send it to me next week. Okay. All right. More things. I saw that you attended yesterday to my crutch practice sessions. Um, I would like to know a little bit of how you felt over there, if you enjoyed it, so on.
Yeah, I think I like it because of the others who also was there. And I actually like watching how they're using their speech plan.
That's it.
And yeah, so yeah, I was like mostly trying to understand how they're using it or
Yeah, and also a thing is that, for example, in our session of yesterday, it was you, Constantine, who is a PWSS, and Sherry, who is still a PWS, but he's close to becoming a PWSS. So it is a mix of all kinds of people. They are all in different stages. So I think it is good, and it's good to see, just like you said, how people apply practice speech plans, their experiences, their speech journeys, and so on. I think it's fantastic. I don't know if you have been able to attend to any other crutch practice sessions so far. No?
yeah. So it was yesterday.
Okay, good. If you have the time, I would suggest you to attend to others just to see, to learn from more people, from other hosts and coaches. For example, I think tomorrow the host is a coach from South Africa. Her name is Leah. So if you have the time, you can go to her session, you can learn from her, because although all the coaches, we teach the same stuff, we all have different styles. Maybe you can learn a few things from her. From other, for example, the sessions on Mondays, John is the host. He's not a coach, he's just a PWSS, but he has been hosting these scratch practice sessions maybe for a few years. So although he isn't a coach, he knows a lot of things. You can, so I think it is also good, and so on. Yeah. Your speech plan, you said, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it was you or no, it was another student. Your speech plan is short increments, extreme pronunciation, linking, and shorting sounds.
Yes.
Which are the elements that you see that are the most helpful for you?
Short increment, yeah.
Short increments. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I also asked you in our last session to read the book named Speech Anxiety to Public Speaking.
Yes.
I don't know if you have the chance to start the book.
Yes. Yeah, I started reading it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I found it.
very good. Is there is there anything that you've read that you said that, wow, this advice is really good, or
I'm still in the beginning
okay,
of the
you're still in the
pages.
beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, good, good, good. Um, okay. Let's use a little bit your speech plan. No, in which situations you still feel, I am not saying, because I assume that since our last session you didn't have any bad incidents, right? Good. So, but maybe you've had some situations in which you felt uncomfortable, which because of due to anxiety or fears or stuttering fears, you felt uncomfortable, or your speech was a little bit choppy. So now, in which situations you feel that?
Yeah, I think mostly in group meetings or something like that.
Okay.
And if the people are like more than five or something, so
So
3 people or two people, I think it is fine.
group
But
meetings
like
of more than 5 people, you feel pressure, right?
yes,
All right. And now in your in your everyday life, in which situations, I mean, which kinds of situations you face these group meetings of around 5 people or more? Is it only at work, with friends? Yeah.
yeah, mostly at work. And this kind of large group meeting, it happens like sometimes, not always, like each 2 weeks,
Every two
once each
weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Goes out to work every 2 weeks. And in these cases, are these meetings face to face, or are they like here
Online, yeah, yeah.
online? That's
Online, yeah, yeah.
2 weeks online. So, and over there, do you have to show your face?
No, so it's optionally, and
Okay.
it's mostly like a discussion meeting. But I must like just stay silent.
Uh-huh.
Uh, yeah, I'm not, I'm like a bit scared to enter discussion. It's mostly a hard discussion. So yeah, feels very pressured situation.
Okay. Well, here I see that the group practice sessions are going to help you a lot,
Mm.
because from the things that you're saying, they seem to be quite similar, right? It
Mm.
is a discussion, we are all speaking, so these group practice sessions can help you a lot. So my advice is to attend to as many of these as you can. As
Mm.
I guess you have seen, we have these sessions almost every day. We have one on Mondays, mine's on Tuesdays. Today, I'm not sure if there is one. I don't think so. There is one on Thursdays, on Saturdays. I think there's another. So you can attend to a lot of these and slowly expand your comfort zones.
Mm. Sure.
I don't know if in your affirmations there is an affirmation that deals with speaking at work or to groups of people.
Uh, uh, I had just I think one for my meeting for my daily meeting.
And
But it's
what is it?
yeah,
The no, and no, I'm asking you about the affirmation.
yeah. I think I have one. I love to be in the meeting, or I love to speak in the meeting. So it's only one. crutch, I guess. Oh,
I
affirmation.
would make a small change, which is I love to use my speech planning in meetings.
Mhm.
I don't know if you think that this change it can be of more help, or you don't think so.
So my problem is a large group. So I was thinking if they like affirmation, specific affirmation
For sure.
for
Just
large
give me a second.
large
Just
group.
give me a second because just give me a second.
Hmm?
What is this one? Here have the book Speech Anxiety to Public Speaking. I think that the easiest solution is to check the affirmations that Lee gives for these cases. So if we go to section 8, which is page 142, if I'm not mistaken. Over there somewhere we have a list of affirmations that Lee gives that are focused on speech anxiety. So that is, I'm looking for it, 10 speech anxiety affirmations. In page 163, we can find several of these. So when I feel the urge to speak, when I speak, no. There should be more affirmations if I'm not mistaken. Should be more. Recapping, auto suggestions, subconscious mind, blah, blah, blah. No, there isn't, but there should be, then it should be there on the other book. Just give me a second. Third edition is here, and here's the last one. Let's go to the section which is auto suggestion. Examples, page 344, 344. Not the same ones. More examples here. Here's the good thing. I am not able to find one that works for groups of people, but I'm going to give you a few because I thought there were few affirmations based on this. But here is an affirmation that is similar. Here in the book, in the page 349, there is an affirmation which is more for students, but it can be applied to meetings, which it says, when I enter class, I am instantly overwhelmed with calm. I would substitute the word class with meetings. So when I enter meetings or work meetings, I am instantly overwhelmed with calm.
Yeah,
That can
good,
be,
yeah.
okay. So I'm going to write it in the chat just in case. So when I enter work meetings, I am instantly, what did it say, overwhelmed with calm. You can use that one if you want. Also, you can use I enjoy talking in work meetings using my speech plan, for example. Okay.
Hmm?
What else? Yeah, I think those two are some good affirmations. So you can use the one that you think applies most to your case. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So and affirmations. Okay, we're going to speak a little bit. So I want you to give me a little bit more of information of that work meeting that you spoke more than usual. Of course, I'm not going to ask you to speak about any specific details about the subject or anything, just about your speech, how you felt, if there were a lot of people, how were you feeling, things you applied, how did you feel afterwards and before the meeting, and so on. And
Okay.
of course, I want you to see it as a demonstration. I want you to show off. Show me how you use your speech plan. Like, feel like you are the master, the number one in the world at using your speech
Okay. So
plan.
how to start? Uh, so basically, each 2 weeks, me and my colleagues who also work on the front end side.
Okay. Are you now using any hand gestures?
No.
That is a thing that I think you need to start doing a lot. So every more or less 2 weeks, we have a group meeting in which we speak, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So in this meeting, we mostly speak about issues that we need to fix for the next 2 weeks or sprint. So each, or how to say, colleague or each person need to bring at least some 2 issue or more, something like that, and then present it and explain it to the other colleagues.
Very good.
And yeah, and
And
then
you explain the 2 issues that you found. Did you simply speak? Did you show them by sharing your screen or something of that sort? Were you having your speech plan right next to the screen of your computer? Do you think you were speaking fast or slow?
so yeah, so first I shared my screen to present the 2 issues I found in the last 2 weeks. So yeah, I just explained them, and then we decide to estimate how much work it will take to finish that issue or task. What else can I say? Yeah, I think I spoke on that meeting quite fluently, and I was also calm. So I explained the issue even more. So yeah, I think it was good. Yeah.
And after you finished the meeting, did you feel like, oof, like well, because you felt good, right?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
I'm sure you don't feel so fearful or anxious maybe about your next meeting, right?
Yeah.
That is good because every time you succeed, you become a little bit more confident in your speech. So obviously that is going to show, that is going to appear in how you speak. Your speech is going to be a lot smoother, also how you feel and everything. So that is really good. I'm sure that now you felt that using these hand gestures, it helps a lot, right?
Yeah, but I'm not used to it.
You're not used to it, but it is good.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, speaking with hand gestures, it's easier. Why? Because this every time you use your hands, your face to express yourself,
Mm.
um, it is like you feel, it is like you are communicating with your hands and everything. So you are more used, you think less your words because your mind is focused on how you express yourself. They act as a distraction, right?
Mm.
So that is good, and it is something that I highly recommend you to start working on to get more used to it. I think that I've seen with most of my students is that, and even more so in our first coaching sessions, they are so tense. They are like a block of stone. They don't move. They are like, yes, and they are speaking tense and they don't move. They don't, they are, I mean, they are like stone, like a
Mm.
sculpture. And the thing that I try to teach them is to express yourself with all your body, with everything. All these things are going to help you not hold back. I'm sure you have heard that stuttering is simply holding ourselves back, our feelings, our words, our everything. If we hold back, it's like we hide in a shell. So we are fearful. So it's like
Yeah.
we don't want to be there, we want to escape. Stop doing
Mm.
that. There is no reason to be afraid. Enjoy yourself, express yourself, say things like you mean them. And the moment you do that, you do that, you're speaking fluently. Okay. So an easy way to do this is hand gestures with your face, facial expressions, smiling. All these things help a lot. Uh Good. I think that you said in one of our coaching sessions in the past that you're there, you live in Sweden with, and also some of your family, right? Or not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, good. Are, so I'm sure they have seen some improvements in your speech, right? Um, I don't know if they have made any any comments about that or not.
I I usually don't stammer or stutter with my siblings or family.
Okay.
So it's mostly strangers, authorities, or large group.
Okay. But do you think that when you speak to your family, although you may speak fluently, you may have always spoken fluently to them, do you think that your speech it is different? You speak more slowly, for example, to your family.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think so. Yeah, yeah. I think I slow down my speech than usual. So yeah, at
Okay.
least the speed goes down. Yeah,
So you feel that speaking to your family it's easier.
yeah. I was speaking faster, but yeah, now I try to make it slow.
So you are seeing then that speaking fast isn't helping, right?
No,
That you feel
no.
that
So
every time you speak a little bit slower, it's easier, right? Everything
mm,
flows more easily and you feel
yeah,
more comfortable, right?
mm, yes.
Very good. Very good, very good, very good. What things are you doing to expand your comfort zones?
Um, so what I'm thinking is to speak more in meetings.
Very good.
That's one. And also in the larger meetings, maybe I can throw some ideas here and there, maybe.
That's good. That's good.
As a start, maybe.
That's a start for sure. Also, if you are, for example, speaking to in situations in which you just feel a little bit of anxiety, but it is a situation that you can control, but you feel that little bit of stress. It can be, for example, speaking to groups, for example, since you said you feel anxiety to groups of 5 people or more. Let's say that with groups of 3 or 4 or 2 people, yes, it is a situation that you can control, but maybe you feel a little bit. Over there, these situations are great opportunities to really, 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 really give your best at clearly applying your speech plan, like I'm doing right now. See that all my stops, they are at least 1 second long. This is how to really master a speech plan. So for example, in those more or less easy situations, these are great opportunities. Of course, in the crutch practice session, since it is a practice session, do that exaggeration. The more you exaggerate it, the easier it's going to be for you to apply it in high pressure situations.
Yeah.
So that is something that you can do. So we are going to do that right now. So let's speak a little bit about something. Let's speak about something. What can we talk about? What can we talk about? What are you going to do for these upcoming days? Anything interesting? I want you to do it like I just spoke. Exaggerate.
Okay. Okay. For the next days, or next week, we have a business trip to Berlin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we will be there 3 days, I guess. Yeah.
Are you going to go there to visit a customer or for
No, it's we have another head account. We have another head office in Berlin. So we're gonna meet our colleagues there.
Nice.
And yeah, we can have mostly some meetings and also some events.
I can imagine. Do you know any of the people that work in the other head office?
Yes, mostly we spoke in online.
Okay.
But we haven't met in person yet. So that would be like first time we meet in person.
Okay, good. And are you going to go tomorrow or when?
No, it's next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah, and I will be there till Friday. So.
And are you going to stay there until Friday, until the weekend?
Yes. No, I think in Friday afternoon I will come back to Stockholm.
Interesting. I would like to know if you can give me this information. If not, it's okay. I'm not going to ask you about the name of the company, but I'm a bit curious about the sector in which it is. Is it like the company that you work for? Is it a company that works in a specific sector that makes this or makes that, or you don't feel comfortable?
No, it's okay. It's okay. So it's mostly about e-charging app.
Okay.
So for app, so you can search for charging locations using
All right.
our app or coming up.
All
So
right.
yeah,
All right. Fantastic. And is it going to be the first time you visit Germany?
no, it's second time. I did it last year also.
And
But
did you go there
we got
because, and did you go there because of work or because you were curious about it, the
now
city?
it's work, and we will meet our team,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, we have new team members that we haven't like met in person yet. So yeah, we have decided to have a meeting on Berlin.
Very good. Very good. And so it seems like your company, it organizes these trips every year, right?
Yes.
Oh, very interesting. Um, Good. I think it sounds fun. Do you like beer or not?
No, I don't think.
Very good, very good, very good, very good. Fantastic. Do you know if you're going to stay in a hotel? Because I assume you're going to be staying at a hotel, right? Is it going
Yeah,
to be in the city center or a bit on the outside of the city?
I decided, and my also another colleague who lives in Stockholm also, we will go together. So we have decided to select a hotel that is closer to the office.
To the office.
So yeah, yeah.
Fine. Yeah, very good. And during these days, excuse me, during these days, are you going to only be at I mean the things that your company has organized, is it all things to do at the office or are they going to organize some kind, because I know some companies organize some events in other places, like they take you to another place to do some sort of activities or all these things.
Yeah, I think in the morning we will have our usual work, but after work, like 7 or 6,
Yeah,
we will have some event.
it sounds fun. All right, very good. More things, more things, more things. I mean, your speech, it is really good. I think that I'm glad is that over here, at least in our sessions, there is no there. I mean, I don't see that those hesitations, that choppiness that it was in our previous sessions. Your speech is fine. I don't know if it is like that in other situations. I am not speaking about the high pressure situations, but the
Mm.
rest. Is it your speech more or less like it is here, or you sometimes have a little bit of choppy speech?
Maybe in the meetings.
Okay.
Uh, I think the startings, because when you have this a small discussion,
Mhm.
and I need to go in to the discussion or take the microphone, I should say. Uh, yeah, I think it happens. Shabby then takes over,
Yeah.
then speak. No, yeah.
Yeah. I understand that. The thing, and in all those meetings, like over here on Zoom, uh, do you guys like have an option to raise your hand so that you have a turn to speak, or it is more like informal, like you speak, I speak, you speak, I speak, and
Yeah, you speak and speak, but you can also raise your hand. But I don't like to use because it puts more spotlight or something like that. Because everyone will get silent and wait for you to say something. Yeah. So
All right.
it's easy to just, yeah.
Well, there, something you can do is do something like this. I would like to say something. Well, I've got another point of view. My opinion is this. Do you think that can be an easy start?
Yeah, yeah. So I thought like Scratch 4 is a good option, but I mostly forget it when in this high pressure.
Write it down. Write it
Mm,
down like in one of these small post-its
mm,
and
yeah.
write scratch for or write. Yeah, I mean, you have to find a way to avoid forgetting it so that
Mm,
if you are going to participate, I would like to say something about that.
yes. Mm,
Right? I think that can be good. So I'm going to write that down. Scratch for to, let's say, jump in to give, to say something at work meetings. Okay?
mm,
You have to find a way to remind to remember that. I don't think I have anything else to say. I think I see that your speech is fine from the things that you say. Your speech in your average situations. I am not speaking about the high pressure ones. Is more or less like it is here, right? So it is fine. In the high pressure situations, I am really glad to know that you're working on expanding your comfort zones, on speaking more, on using on speaking in short increments, using your speech plans. You sound, I see an improvement since the last time you and I spoke. Um, Good. I mean, we are going to continue to work on these high pressure situations, on fighting those fears, because
mm.
I think that I would like to ask you is that you are feeling in general less fear, right, when you speak.
Yeah, sure.
Good. So that is good. We discussed about a few affirmations to use. When was it? When you speak in those meetings at work. So that is good. I would suggest you to apply them and see how you feel. Give it just a few weeks until you start to feel the effects of these affirmations. The hand gestures. It is
Mm,
something that I highly recommend you to start getting used to use and to jump in these meetings. Use a sound. I mean, because I'm sure you are going to you agree that you can always use a sound. So right, and
yes.
even in high pressure situations, you can say a sound. You can do right. So if you can do that, you can speak. I would like to give my opinion, blah 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 blah. Right.
Mm,
So I don't know if you have any other questions or things you would like to ask or to work on.
no.
No? Okay. Well, in that case, I don't have anything else to say for today. I think you
Mm,
are doing a fantastic job. You are improving a lot.
mm,
You have to write your success story. Okay. And continue going to these scratch practice sessions. You have the time to the SAM meetings as well. And that's it. Of course, as I think I have explained you in the past in the SAM meetings, you don't have to speak. You can attend as a mere listener. You don't have to show your face. Okay, that is, so you can just simply attend as a listener. If you want to, you can start also expanding your comfort zones. They're saying a few words. For example, if there is a speaker, you can make a comment by raising your hand and then say, I just wanted to say that your speech was fantastic and to thank you for sharing your thoughts. That's it. You don't have to ask a question or if you have a question, go ahead. But it's a way to expand your comfort zone. So I think that is good. Okay. So my final last question is, when would you like to speak again?
3rd May, because next week I can make it.
That's okay. If you want, we can speak either on Monday or Tuesday. If not, we can go to the following week.
3rd of May, maybe. Like next week, 3rd May.
3rd of the what? Excuse me. The 3rd.
Of May.
Of May. Yes. On Wednesday. Yeah, sure.
Yes. Yes.
We can speak on the 3rd of May at this same time.
Yes.
So 3rd of May at 4:30 my time. Let's do that. Okay, so I'll see you in 2 weeks. I hope you enjoy your trip to Germany and that you show off how good a speaker you are over there to all the people over there. Okay, so I'll see you in a few weeks.
Yeah, thanks.
Mohamed.
Bye.
See
Bye.
ya.